I'd like to share a story with you that I came across this past week, written by a woman by the name of V.A. Bailey. It was actually published in the Paulus Press. I hurried into the shop to grab some last-minute Christmas gifts. I looked at all the people and grumbled to myself, I would be here forever. I hurried to the toy department and wondered if the grandkids would even play with my gifts. My eye caught a little boy holding a doll. He kept touching her hair, and he held her so gently. I watched him turn and ask, Auntie Jane, are you sure I don't have enough money? Gently, the woman replied, Emily doesn't need a doll, David. The woman went to another aisle. The boy continued to hold the doll. David looked so sad that I couldn't resist asking who the doll was for. My sister wanted it so badly for Christmas. I told him that maybe Santa was going to bring it. He said, No, Santa can't go where my sister is. I have to give the doll to Mommy to take to her. I asked him where his sister was. He looked at me with tear-filled eyes. She has gone to be with Jesus. Daddy says that Mommy is going to have to go be with both of them soon. My heart nearly stopped beating. David went on, I told Daddy to make sure Mommy goes nowhere until I got back from the store. I want Mom to take this doll to Emily. While he wasn't looking, I reached into my purse and pulled out some cash. David, how about we count that money again? He grew excited. I asked Jesus to give me enough money. I just know I have enough. I slipped my money in with his, and he began to count it. He looked up from the count and exclaimed, Jesus has given me enough money for Emily's doll. In a few minutes, his aunt came back, and I wheeled my cart away. I could not keep from thinking about the little boy as I finished my shopping in a totally different spirit than when I had started. On the way home, I remembered a story in the newspaper several days earlier about a drunk driver hitting a car and killing a little girl, and that the mother was left on life support. 2 days before Christmas, I read in the paper where the family had turned the machine off. The day before Christmas, there was a funeral notice saying that a requiem mass would be celebrated on St. Stephen's Day for Julia Norris and her daughter Emily. Michael was their husband and father, and their son and brother was David. As I gathered with my family in front of our Christmas meal, holding gifts we probably didn't need, I thought, we've lost the meaning of Christmas. God with us arrives as a simple child in need of love. I left the table went to my desk and wrote a card for each member of my family. I told them what I've never been able to say. I want you to know I love you. When they read those cards, my family thought I was losing it. But through David and that doll, God visited me in the last week of Advent. And Christmas will never be the same again. I think the story speaks of many things. I was so moved by it. It is probably a true story. And I had to stop and think about how I was feeling. I didn't feel somehow guilty when I read it that I enjoy giving gifts to others or watching the grandchildren get excited when they open their presents. I didn't feel bad that I like to be with family, celebrate with a great meal on Christmas. After all, we are called on Sundays and feasts and solemnities to celebrate the Lord's goodness to us, and just simply that He is our God. And I didn't feel shame that many times I don't hit the mark on how I should be or how I should act, and that I often fall short. What I did feel in my heart after reading this, and what I feel compelled to say, is that Advent is not yet finished. That Advent is a time of preparation to greet love Himself. Can we simply stop? Is there someone that we need to reach out to reach across the table and to simply say, I'm sorry, forgive me? Is there one person in your life that you can say, I know I haven't said this in a long time, but I love you? This is really how I was feeling after reading this story. Who is it I need to tell I love you? What greater gift to give to another than this? What greater way to welcome the Savior than to say to Him when He comes, I have loved just as you have loved me. I have made love my gift to you.